What up, people? Now I'm going to do something that I haven't really done in a while, but I just kind of feel like refuting some dumbass videos. Now, Bionic Dance has uploaded her own refutation of what this guy's saying. Now, I haven't watched her video, so I'm sorry if some of my responses are going to coincide with hers. I promise I haven't watched it, but if I just so happen to say some things that she did, I'm giving you credit here. Bionic Dance has a video refuting this guy up, so please do go watch her video too to get a different perspective on this guy. He looks 12, but he uploaded to a public forum, and so I mean he's fair game. I mean he's fair game.
Assalamu alaikum. Today I will be discussing a very important topic: atheism.
Atheism? Oh no! Hold the phone! God damn it! Shit, motherfucker!
People often ask, why? People always ask, why is religion better than atheism? Does God exist? All these questions are the biggest questions of the 21st century.
Yeah, I'd say that's a pretty good summary. I mean, those are some pretty important questions. I mean, me, myself, I'm still wondering whether or not God really exists. I haven't seen any good evidence for it, so that's why I don't personally believe in a God, and I don't think that one does exist, because I haven't seen good evidence for it. But, you know, well, let's get to your 5 reasons why atheism sucks shit down a tube. Yeah.
Today I'll be giving you 5 reasons why choosing atheism would be a very, very bad choice.
Do you mean very, very bad choice? Sorry to nitpick here. It's just, you sound like a kid who just didn't make it to speech class at his middle school every day. And you were just like, fuck speaking right. Now let me go make some videos and post them on the internet.
Reason number 1. No ultimate value. According to most atheists are naturalists. Basically, they believe that everything around us can be explained using natural phenomena. There is no metaphysical thing existing in the universe. So basically, according to this belief, we as human beings are nothing but a little bit of carbon, a little bit of nitrogen, a little bit of oxygen, a little bit of all these other elements, and that's it.
Shit. I don't know how to break it to you, dude, but that's literally all we're made out of. I mean, we're made out of natural things. I mean, what do you think that we're made out of? Puppy dog tails and unicorn horn shavings and shit? I mean, you don't actually think that there's some kind of magical component to humans that allows us to think, do you? I mean, we're quite literally all of those chemical ingredients combined in a certain way that makes us organic matter. And then through evolution, we've been able to get these fantabulous brains going to where we can think for our own fucking selves. So I don't know what your problem is with just stating pure facts about our chemical makeup. I don't know why our chemical makeup has to give us any kind of value or worth. I mean, me personally, I provide myself with my own worth, which I admit I struggle with on a day-to-day basis. You know, having my own personal self-worth. But I don't need a God to tell me that I'm worthy of living, or, you know, that there's like some kind of happy puppy dog tail that's in the human cocktail formula that allows me to be all giddy and happy and shit. Because apparently God forgot to throw that motherfucker in when he made me.
We are just a rearrangement of molecules. We're nothing more. That's all we are according to this theory.
Okay, yeah. Agreed. That's all we are, according to that theory. I mean, again, I ask, do you think that there's some magic fairy dust that's thrown into the mix? What's your point?
So according to this, we don't have really any ultimate value. We are just a bunch of rearranged molecules. We have no true value.
Hey, why do you keep repeating yourself at this point, huh? I mean, we don't have ultimate value. We give ourselves value. There are a lot of people out there that don't value themselves. Like I said, I have trouble with my own self-worth. But why does there have to be some kind of ultimate entity in order to give us ourselves value? We give things value. Like, I value my son's life. I value, others' lives. I value my family's lives. I value my subscribers' lives. I value everybody's lives. We don't have to have some kind of ultimate authority in order to validate us giving value to other people.
Number 2, no true purpose. Many atheists, like Richard Dawkins, argue that the true purpose of life varies according to person, and it is the person to choose what their true purpose is. Well, to be honest, this is not the true purpose of life. Because that's just like saying, let's just pretend to have purpose in our life. There is no true purpose in life. So basically, we're just a bunch of organisms roaming around the earth with nothing proper in our lives to do. We're just born to die.
Okay, well, even if we're just born to die, I mean, that's still a purpose, right? I mean, I don't understand the whole point of that particular reason why atheism fails or sucks or eats shit. But you do realize that there are some babies that are born that die mere hours later. So quite literally, you have made no fucking distinction between you believing in a God or you believing in a God and having purpose in your life and quite literally no purpose at all. I mean, for one thing, who says that we have to have a purpose in our life? Why, or more importantly, why can't we make our own purpose? Why can't we give our own selves purpose? Like, my purpose in life is to, better other people's lives, either through my activism, through my YouTube channel, just in my own personal daily life. I mean, it doesn't have to be some kind of grand, ominous purpose out there that you got to direct your life towards. I mean, it could be the simplest things. That's really all it has to be, and it doesn't even have to be that. You don't have to give your life purpose if you don't want it to have purpose. If you want to live a purposeless life, fucking go ahead and do it. I'm not going to stop you. I know I want to have a purpose, and my purpose in life gives me the drive in order to better myself. But I don't need a God. Like if your purpose in life is just to praise God and to do what God says and to do everything that God wants you to do and all that kind of shit, then you've got a pretty sad life ahead of you, if I may say so, because what's going to end up happening is you're going to be devoting your whole life to this thing that you don't have any kind of proof for. You're going to be neglecting your own self from having a life that you could really enjoy in order to have that. But also, I mean, you could enjoy worshiping some kind of invisible deity in the sky. If you enjoy that, I guess, fine. That can be your purpose in life. I mean, I don't really care. But you see, here's the rub, though. Not pushing your faith on other people is kind of key here. If you want to go and do that, that's fine. If that's your purpose, that's fine. But for you to sit here, make this video, and say atheism fails because you don't have the same faith as me, because you don't believe in God, you make me uncomfortable, so you have to have the same faith. This is why atheism fails. You have to believe what I believe. Anytime these fuckers get up here and say this shit, that's all I can think of.
Number 3, morality unexplained. I'm not saying that all atheists are immoral people. What I'm saying is that through the atheistic worldview, we cannot explain morality. For example, how could you, as an atheist, explain why killing an innocent person is wrong?
Okay, let me just take a stab at this. As an atheist, can I explain why killing somebody is wrong? Well, I would say that it depends on which particular society that you live in, which time period you live in order to determine whether it's wrong. Let's just go ahead and assume that you're in modern-day society. Modern-day society requires humans to work together in social groups in order to prosper. One of the key components is not fucking killing each other. I mean, it's quite literally that simple. Also, our big brains, we have this whole empathy thing going on here. I mean, this is something that's not unique to us, but it is unique in that, we can empathize with other beings and we can feel sorrow and all this other stuff. Our brains are that much higher evolved than lower organisms. Okay? Like a grasshopper. A grasshopper doesn't think, oh, well, shit, Jimmy over there can't fly because some boy ripped off his wing. Guess I better go and make a crutch for Jimmy. That's not what a cricket thinks about. A cricket is run off of basic instinct, it's just raw instinct. We, however, have this evolved and higher brain. It's been crafted and cultivated over millions of years of evolution. Millions of years of evolution. Okay, so for you to sit there and say that you have to have God in order to, in order to explain morality, then I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Because what you're doing is you're comparing current society to other past societies or whatnot. Because I mean, look, if you were to compare today's society to a society that, say, allowed killing, allowed murder, like let's say the Wild Wild West, or just anywhere that didn't exactly have this whole murder concept down. People can murder. Like for instance, right now, just take wherever the fuck you are, I don't know, and compare that to, like, let's say Nigeria, someplace like that, where people are killed regularly, killed for the most ridiculous reasons, and there's no repercussions for it, or there's repercussions for very specific people. Now, if you compare those two, I mean, just because these people are Christians doesn't mean that it's going to stop them from murdering a motherfucker, okay?
We, the religious people, can explain that because God told us so. But you can just say, well, human life is sacred, but that's just being emotional. You cannot justify it through atheism why killing a human being is wrong.
Okay, I just did that, and you're an idiot.
Even if the world says that something is right, if the entire world says that killing an innocent person is right, it will still be objectively wrong. Some atheists might say human life is precious, but that's just being emotional.
Oh yeah, I remember what I was going to say before. You did an appeal to authority with the whole God says it's wrong, so therefore it's wrong kind of bit. Yeah, that's an appeal to authority there. Maybe you should look that up when you get recess time.
You cannot explain morality based upon atheism. Number 4, irrational. This might get a big blow to the atheists, but to be honest, whenever atheists say, use your mind, use your brain, to be honest, many academics have stated that the belief in God is natural. In fact, there was a research which cost £2 million, and they concluded that belief in God is natural. Even Oliver Petrovich, she stated that atheism is a forced belief. Basically, atheism...
Whoa. Atheism is a forced belief? Nobody forced me into not believing in God. Like, nobody held a fucking gun to my head and was like, don't you dare believe in God or I will blow your brains out. That's not what happened to me. I don't know where you're getting it. It's a forced belief. I mean, yeah, sure, there have been some people out there that have geared scientific studies to say that there's a natural thing to believe in a God. And whether or not that's true, that doesn't mean that's the default state. I mean, just because we're social animals and we're prone to rituals and all this other stuff, doesn't mean that we have this sort of innate desire or need to believe in a higher power. I'm not forcing myself not to believe in God. Actually, I feel pretty free not to believe in God. And boy, holy fuck, get better with the editing. It has given me a goddamn headache.
Is a forced belief, and atheists are narrow-minded. Final reason, no accountability. Since atheists do not believe in God, according to them, there is no afterlife, and we will not be judged for the actions that we do. Basically, this is very depressing. It's very depressing worldview, because whenever injustice is done, you cannot repay it back in the hereafter. There is no accountability, so basically
okay, wading through all of the jump cuts there that don't make any kind of fucking sense. Okay, so it's pretty depressing not to know that there's nothing waiting in the hereafter to judge us or something. That's depressing. I don't find it particularly depressing. I find myself enjoying life a good bit more, not worrying about whether or not I'm going to hell. I find myself more readily available to help my fellow man rather than worry about my own salvation. My intentions are pure because I'm not doing it in order to please some kind of ultimate sky daddy. Plus, the whole idea that there's justice in your worldview is utter bullshit, considering the fact that, you could do some really heinous shit and then just turn around and say, "Oh, I believe in God," or maybe Allah in your particular predicament. I believe in God, Allah, what the fuck ever. I'm going to heaven. I mean, that's not justice. I mean, what's justice is we as a society condemning those that live outside of society and removing them from society. I mean, granted, I'm not exactly a very vengeful person, but let's just say that if anybody really hurt my son, they might not have any kind of, face or teeth or anything to speak. I'm just saying that I get violent. That's because I love my son so much, though. So, yeah, I'm not even sure if I attacked all of your points there because it's so fucking hard to keep up with you. Well, you heard it from this little shit. There were some portions where apparently he said that atheists are narrow-minded, which apparently all he meant was that atheism is a forced belief. So there's that. He also commented on his own video saying, "The purpose of this video was not to debunk atheism. I just wanted to show how atheism is depressing and stuff like that. So don't come up with the appeal of consequences fallacy." I know my fallacies. I don't know what the fuck that is. In the future, I will be making more videos on atheism, God willing, and such, in which I will actually show how atheism is false. So there may be more videos to come. I don't know if I can stand his editing at all, though. So thank you for taking the time to watch me today. Please go down below, hit that like button if you indeed liked my refutation of this. Don't forget to check out Bionic Dances' refutation of this motherfucker. And don't forget to hit subscribe. I will see you guys later. Y'all have a nice day.